Hello, you gorgeous examples of loveliness. How are we all? It's Thursday. It's the 4th of June. Hope everyone's doing okay. It is just gone midday as I write this. It's been a very busy morning. Lots of writing, lots of phone calls, lots of toing and froing. But that's okay. That's the job. Obviously I have no ceremonies today, so I'm back to being Mrs. Fluffy Hair. And I know we're all in the same boat, I'm just having a little whinge. So I hope everyone's doing okay. The world is still going very strange, I think, but are we getting used to it or are we just getting grumpy about it? Not sure. Knit night last night, that was good fun, nice to catch up with people. A few technological problems last night, things kept going wrong. And a few people ill and exhausted, so it's everyone seems pretty tired at the moment. I think where we've had warm weather, that can be a little draining as we're not always used to it, and just kind of where we're all at. We're 2 months into whatever this routine is, and it's getting a little bit sloggy at times, as all routines do, you know, whether it was the one pre-quarantine or now, they just get a little bit and we get a little bit weary. But it was good to catch up with folks, had a giggle. One of our ladies has got a new grandson, so she's been finding lots of fun things to knit for him. Baby Yoda, Robin Hood, all those sorts of things. So yeah, all good stuff. Predominantly a work day today in terms of being at my desk working. I have to get some stuff ready. I'm prepped for, excuse me, take my glasses with me. Prepped for tomorrow's ceremony, but stuff to do for other ones that I've had the phone calls and the sort of virtual meetings for. And yeah, just kind of general admin, so that's that. I've started a new little project. Some new neighbours down the road had a baby at the weekend, so I thought I would do them a little baby jacket. As you can see, a very simple little raglan top down baby jacket. This is the Fuss Free Baby Cardigan. I can't see who it's by. Let me see if I can find it on Ravelry. But it's really sweet, and bizarrely I think I'm going to have too much yarn. This is some yarn I used before for a baby item, and I used more than half of what I had, so for another baby item I thought I wouldn't have enough. But I think, yeah, I've been putting stripes in, but I think I'm actually going to have enough, and possibly some left over. So that's okay. I've got that needs to be kind of 3.5 inches there. This is the Fuss Free Baby Cardigan by Louise Tilbrook. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. Now the Ravelry pattern has very short sleeves. I will knit them down to make full length sleeves. But it's a sweet little thing. That's the back of it. So I'm just doing 6 rows of the colour and 2 rows of white. So it was firstly to allow for the fact that I probably wasn't going to have enough of the green, but I think I am. So that's not my sister's jacket either, but it won't take me long to do, and I can get it to the neighbours down the road, so that will be hopefully a nice neighbourly thing to do. So. And it's a really easy knit as well. So. Well, I think that will do for the moment. I think that's probably it for the moment, but I will catch up with you later in the day. Cheers. When funerals are booked, you always have a lot of plates spinning and balls in the air and other juggling related metaphors. Excuse me. And it sometimes means that you end up turning stuff down because you think something's happening here, so you turn something down and then that thing there moves to there and you end up, that's okay. And sometimes it goes the other way, that you think, oh, well, that's going to happen then, so I can book this. and it means you have 3 in a day. This is what's happened with my booking system today. My booking system, me on the phone looking at my diary going, yeah. So in a couple of weeks' time, I will have 3 ceremonies in a day. They're all in the same location. I haven't got to scoot around. Well, I wouldn't have said yes to any of them because I wouldn't have had time to get from one to the other. So I've now blocked out the 2 days before so I don't book anything, to make sure that nothing gets in their way. I have done 3 in a day a few times before, but not for a while. I always say actually performing the ceremony is the easy bit. It's all this stuff, all the speaking with families and the preparation, that's the hard bit. So it's not something I'm worried about, as long as the voice holds up. Lots of Coke Zero, I think. And another casualty of COVID. I've just opened up an email. Every year my sister's niece and I do the Race for Life, which is a UK event all over the country raising money for breast cancer research. And it was meant to happen, actually, this weekend coming, possibly next weekend. But that had been postponed some while ago to September. And now I've just had an email to say they're cancelling all events for this year. Which is not surprising, but pretty devastating for their fundraising, I would guess. I think they're looking for alternative ways, doing events at home and getting people to sponsor you, that sort of thing. So I'll look into that. But knew it was coming, just still not fun. Hello, lovelies. You see me tidying my desk, putting my paperwork away because we are done for the day. Didn't get everything on the to-do list done. That's not unusual. But we got the important stuff done, so that's good. Whilst on the phone to my dad, I carried on plying my yarn. So this is 2 strands of alpaca and 1 strand of Polworth from Witchcrafty Lady. Thank you, Heidi. In a traditional 3-ply. I've got loads of it. I worked out this is something like 175 grams, I think, taking the weight of the whole thing less the weight of the bobbin. So I should get quite a few metres off this. With the Polworth, I have another one from Witchcrafty Lady, which is a similar kind of white based with bits of colour. The colours are more subtle, they're more of a pastel rather than a stronger, like you've got this quite bright here. But I think that will work nicely. It'll almost be like a sort of gradient or fade without me even trying. It's got to be a result. After that, I need to have a think and see whether I get another of a sort of similar braid or whether I put it into another colour, because I do have other braids of fibre. It's whether I want to go with a similar sort of colourway or whether I want to go into a different one and make it more of a gradient or a fade into another direction. So that's what I've got to think about. But this is plied, so I'm going to leave it probably until tomorrow or possibly over the weekend until I skein it up, thwack it, I do like a good thwack, and soak it and then reskein it and measure how much I've got, rather crucially. So yes, it's nice and squishy. I mean, it's fairly compact on the bobbin, but it's fairly squishy, as you would hope with the alpaca, with my Acreworks bobbin. So you can see the colours that are through there. And happy with that so far. Quite when I'm going to knit this is another question, but that's a nice problem to have. I have a meditation class at 5:45. It's early this week, so I will probably leave this here for today and say thank you very much. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for everyone who stops by and says hello. You know I love to hear from you. It really makes me happy, so thank you very much for that. And I will see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Keep safe and look after yourselves. Cheers. Bye-bye.